go. Another one. Another one. Oh, get out of there. No, going in there. No, going in there. No. Ugly Stik. God, your reels suck. Oh, another beast. Look at that. I want you to come around on this side. Oh, let me get you on this side. Nice. Yeah. Hey, that one smells like soup. Okay, we're over here at the pipes. I'm gonna pick up some, well, I'm gonna try to pick up some shrimp for the seafood soup. So I got my dip net, little bait net, and my little cooler, and see what we can see. Well, that's what we're looking for. A little bit bigger though. Not gonna be much of a meal. Yeah, we'll keep them. Alright, seeing a lot more orange eyes on this side. There's some decent ones right there. That's not a bad one. That's more realistic of what we're looking for. There we go. There's a massive spider crab down here that would go well in my soup if I could pull him out of there. There we go. Nice spider crab. Winning. Okay, for our fish soup, I'm going to start off by making a fish stock. And I'm going to start that with a can of vegetable broth. To that I'm going to add the Mangrove Snapper head, which I've split in half. Also I'm going to add the skeletal remains after I've removed the fillets. I went ahead and broke up the spines as much as I possible to release those flavors. To the pan I'm also going to add, I've got yellow onions, green onions, some jalapeno, garlic, carrots, and celery. And I'm just going to let that just boil together, get those flavors all meshed together, and once it's all reduced down, I'm going to go ahead and drain it and just take the liquids, and that's going to be our base for the soup. Okay, let's get this started. A little bit of olive oil. Let those soften up for just a little bit. I've sweated those out, so we're going to add the rest of these ingredients. As well as the broth. Nice. And then our fish pieces. Mr. Heads, Mr. Bodies. And we're going to let that simmer away. Just add some water to bring up the levels a little bit. Now I'm just going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes or so until it probably reduces a little less than half. Just a bit, maybe a third down. Get all those flavors mixing. Alright, we've got our crab all ready to go. Got our shrimp all ready to go as well. I had some leftover bait shrimp that I'm going to use. I use the grocery store frozen bait shrimp. Well, it's not bait, it's food grade shrimp that I use for bait. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and clean this guy now. You can see he's still kicking. Let's get this guy open. Now these guys have spiny as hell, but what you can do is if you grab them, we're going to enter through the corner over here. Front of the mouth is over here. Just going to get it started by puncturing the shell and the body a couple different times just to get it started. Then and there we go. Just got to get that thing started. And got the cap off. And there, just going to clean out all the lungs and guts and stuff. Gills. Mouth. More gills. More guts. And blast it out with some water. Alright, there we go, and that's ready to get thrown in there. I'm going to take off the small legs because I'm not going to worry about those. Just the body and the claws, basically. Yeah, fish stock is just boiling away. Looking good. All that sweet juices. Some eyeballs. Some brain matter. The skeleton's getting ready to be picked through. A lot of meat still on that dude. Looking good. Smells delish. Alright, so get for the regular prep. For the main soup, what we've got is some yellow onions and garlic. I'm going to start sweating those out first. Then I'll be adding some bell peppers, celery, carrots, green onions, and large chunks of red onions for that sweet onion flavor. Also, I've got a can of whole peeled tomatoes, and that's going to give that hearty tomato color and texture. For the meat side, I've got the fresh caught spiny crab, just hacked up recently. Then I've got the shrimp that I just caught, as well as some baked shrimp in there as well. And then our Mangrove Snapper cut up into large man-sized chunks. So we want a real hearty soup. So anyways, that is going to be consisting of our main fish soup. So as you can see, this is the fish stock. It's reduced by about a half. So I went 1 can of vegetable broth and 1 can of water, and then reduced it back down to basically about 1 can's worth of liquid. So now I'm going to strain this and use that fish stock for our base of our soup. I'm going to start off with a little bit of olive oil. That's already been heated up. And then we're going to just start with some yellow onions and garlic. You just get that sweating out, translucent like. And once that's done, then we'll start adding in the rest of the vegetables. Those are translucent now, so we can start adding the rest of our veggies. We'll just get those coated, and then I'll start putting in the juices. As you can see there, we've got lots of pretty colors. Yeah, we're just going to soften those just up just a little bit. We don't want to burn them, just get them soft and get them started. Then I can start putting in the fluids, all the liquids. Time to add the fish stock to the soup. So I got my little colander here. Sure that doesn't fall over, and we're just going to dump all of our nice beautiful liquids in there. That's almost a meal in itself. It smells amazing. Okay. All that goodness out of there. All the essences are gone. Aside. And we've got our soup base. Alright, let that boil for a little while. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our soup mix, or our tomato, whole chunk tomatoes there. And then we're going to beat those up just a bit to break them up. And that's going to give us that tomatoey color there. So I'm going to let that cook up a bit, and then I can start adding the meat. And then we've got about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes after that. That's been boiling away for about 5-10 minutes, so as all the vegetables are nice and soft. So I can start adding our crab, fish chunks, lots of fish, and our shrimp. Give that a good little mix up here. everything down in that liquid. Alright, we're going to let that simmer for about 10 minutes and then we'll come back and check it out. Alright, we're pretty much done there, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off and plate up a bowl. Okay, let's plate this up. First we're going to do is I've got some nice hearty bread there. So I've toasted those already with some garlic and olive oil. I'm going to put one on the bottom. That's going to soak up a lot of these juices here. We're going to get one of these claws in there definitely. And we want to make sure we get a lot of veggies and chunks in there. And some fish and shrimp. A little bit of everything there. That's good. I've got a little bit of cilantro, fresh cilantro. A little bit of basil. Basil is very strong. Let that wilt down a little bit and throw on a little bit of lemon because we've got seafood and I've got a little bit of bread for me on the side. So that is all we're going to serve it, how we're going to serve it. Looks mighty good and smells really good too. So this is what's for dinner. We've got a Key West soup. It consists of fresh caught spider crab, mangrove snapper, shrimp, and then we've got a whole mixture of vegetables all simmered down and with a fish stock. So anyways, that's what's for dinner. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.